I got to say, March, I've argued for the longest time, March is my second favorite month on the sports calendar. November's always first, right? You got the NFL, college football, you got the NBA, college basketball. For me, November's the best, but March Madness is just amazing. Love it. Gamble on it. Do a lot of stuff for Fox Sports Radio, FS1. And I was all geeked. You know, they told me I was going to host The Herd today. And a week ago today, just a week ago, I was like, oh my gosh, the Thursday night NBA games are amazing. Lakers, Rockets. After the Lakers crushed the Rockets, I would, keep promoting LeBron's the MVP. Lakers are going to the finals. LeBron at 35 is going to win a title. I was going to talk a little NCAA tournament. I had this amazing thing planned where I know the Bucks are reeling. The Bucks were supposed to play the Celtics last night. Bucks were going to lose that game, obviously, because the Bucks are struggling. Giannis is hurt. And I was going to talk about how Giannis should move on. I have other teams in mind. I had this great show planned, and then, life happened. And everything changed. It was Wednesday, technically. My kid plays third grade basketball. If you guys listen to my Saturday radio show, I talk about #DadLife. I coach my first grade daughter in basketball, coach my third grade son in basketball, and we have a March Madness tournament. And we went to the championship last year and lost. And we were going to be a high seed this year. We were very excited, make a run. We had practice Wednesday. Only a couple kids showed up because of the coronavirus and other, commitments to baseball and so forth. And we get out of practice. We're heading toward the dinner table, and my phone starts blowing up. Rudy Gobert has coronavirus. What? Rudy Gobert? And then, of course, everybody sees the video. Rudy Gobert acting like a buffoon, rubbing microphones, rubbing tape recorders, mocking the coronavirus just 2 days before. Okay? And then within minutes, Tom Hanks has the coronavirus. And this was the tipping point, right? Everybody before was kind of like, coronavirus, it's happening in Asia. Italy's got some problems. But we're sheltered a little bit over here, folks. Let's admit it. Nobody really took the coronavirus seriously. Now, again, Saturday radio show I've been doing, I don't want to say I've been pressing the panic button, but for 2 weeks I've been telling you guys, get to Costco, load up. I'm not saying take all the toilet paper. I'm not saying get all the batteries. I'm not saying get all the disinfectant wipes, but you guys better be prepared. And I want to turn back the clock a bit to when I was a little kid. And folks, every single day at about, 6 o'clock, I'd wake up and I would go to the bottom of my driveway and I'd pick up the Washington Post. Yeah, I know the millennials listening. Oh, newspaper delivery, what's that? And I would pull out the sports section, just the sports section, because I was a sports nut as a kid, right? I played every sport. My parents said, hey, you want to play tennis? You want to play basketball, golf, soccer, traveling soccer teams? It was great. And my dad, every single morning, Jason, you got to read more than sports. Come on. And I'm like, no, I'm a punk. I'm arrogant. I just want to know sports. I would go into class. This is real. In 6th grade with my buddy, and we would play a game. What college did this NBA player go to? You could ask me any player in the late 80s, early 90s, and I knew where he went to college. LaBradford Smith. Goulet's looking at me over here. Who's LaBradford Smith? I mean, yeah, I got tons of names. And we would do this every day because I would inhale the sports section every morning before school. Box scores, recaps, you name it. Mike Wilbon and Kornheiser, I would read them in the Washington Post every day. And my dad steadfastly, you got to get a global perspective, Jason. So, of course, it took like 15 years before I was like, oh, Dad, that was really smart. I wish I had listened earlier and got the global perspective. So what have I been doing these last, 6 weeks? I've been aware of the coronavirus, and it's been serious overseas. And again, 700 million people in China. We're basically under house arrest for a month to 6 weeks. Like, don't leave your house. The Apple stores are closed. Everything is shut down. This was for like 6 weeks. Macau, which is like the gambling hub over there, closed casinos for 2 weeks. And listen, here in America, hasn't happened yet. We're talking at our meeting before the show. I'm of the belief that Vegas will shut down for a week or at least at the minimum. If you go look right now, you can't gamble on anything because nothing's happening, right? So I've been on this coronavirus for a few weeks, and I'm not going to be that guy who's alarmist because, trust me, I went on social media, and people who listen to the podcast would be like, Jason, man, what is with the fear? Why are you doing this? Why are you freaking out so much? I'm saying, guys, it's coming here. I'm telling you, Italy 3 weeks ago, business as usual. Travel, drinking wine, having fun. Italy right now, restaurants are closed. We're going to go there in America. That is coming. I don't know about you guys. School has been canceled for my kids for several weeks. Spring break's coming up. It'll probably be a 3-week break. And I just want you guys out there, be smart. That's all I say. You don't have to be fearful. You don't have to panic. We're here for you to tell you, guys, you want to be smart. We've got an infectious disease expert coming on here in about 45 minutes. And I have questions. I know you have questions. We're going to open the phone line, something that Colin Cowherd rarely does. We're going to open the phone lines. And you guys, any questions you want me to ask this guy, you send them on over. Because I'm telling you right now, I play in a regular pickup basketball game. And after the Rudy Gobert news Wednesday, my wife said, "You're not going to play basketball. No way. Are you crazy?" So the guys went to play pickup basketball at my gym today. It's the old Clippers facility out here in Los Angeles. Usually a full court run. The basketball courts are closed. We go work out. A bunch of other guys go work out at F45, the Mark Wahlberg thing. Yeah, nobody's going there. Nobody's going to the gym. Everybody's being smart. You've got to listen to these infectious disease experts. You just have to. Tom Hanks, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm not saying it's going to get worse and these are end of days, although I do kind of tend toward being one of those end of days guys. I probably shouldn't bring that up here. Basically, only 2 people know it. My wife and my brother. They know I'm one of these guys who's kind of sort of paranoid. I'll never project that. I'll never talk about it with others. But they know, I kind of tend to these end of days movies, Day After Tomorrow, Jake Gyllenhaal. You guys remember that? Deep Impact. Weirdly, I love those movies. Armageddon. Last night I'm flipping around because there's nothing on sports to watch. And I stumble upon PBS. Thank you, Dad, for pushing me toward PBS. And there was something that I highly recommend. You can go watch a little bit of it on YouTube. It's called The American Experience, Influenza 1918. Okay? And, I'm watching it, and I'm preparing for the show. And my wife is listening to some of this. She turns over and is like, "Jason, don't watch this before you go to bed. I know you. You probably shouldn't be watching this." But I'm not going to be. I'm not going to freak out. This is just where we are now. And we're going to be here for 3 or 4 weeks. America's probably going to shut down. I think the NBA will come back in 30 days. Adam Silver spoke last night talking about at least 30 days. And folks, let's be realistic. NBA should probably punt on the regular season and go right into the playoffs, which would hugely favor the Lakers. I'll tell you why in about 5 minutes. But an alternative is, hey, maybe we extend the season 30 days, push back the draft, push back free agency. And another topic we're going to get into. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, you guys coming back if the season is extended? What about Klay Thompson? If the season's extended? I mean, obviously the Warriors are way out of it. They can't get in the playoff picture. But these are things we can actually talk about in the sports world because we're here for you. We're not going anywhere. Fox Sports Radio, iHeartRadio, we will be on every day talking sports, talking about life. Everybody's going to know somebody out there who has the coronavirus. You got to be healthy. You got to be smart. Folks, I do want to wrap up here with this story. I hosted The Herd on January 1st to start the new year. Very exciting. And I told this story, and a couple people loved it. And it goes back to my son, again, the 3rd grader. I signed him up for jiu-jitsu. And they got this sensei in class talking before class, kind of teaching the kids about bullying and all this stuff. And the sensei tells a story. He says, so there's this group of kids walking down the street to the dojo, right? And they come upon the corner of the street to cross, and there's a man with a horse on the corner. And, of course, this large group of kids walking to the dojo kind of surprise the horse. So the horse involuntarily kicks back. The horse just kicks back, and the kid at the front of the jiu-jitsu line, the best student, dodges the horse kick. Just sideways, just dodges it. And everybody's like, oh, my gosh, he's so amazing. Wait till we tell the sensei this. So the kids get to the dojo, and they're like, Sensei, you're not going to believe this story. This horse kicked back, and little Johnny, he dodged it. It was amazing. You had to see it. Too bad we didn't get it on video. We could have put it on TikTok. Ha, ha, ha. And the dojo goes silent. the sensei has this look on his face. This disdain. He's just unhappy. And he goes, if he was my star student, he would have been on the other side of the street. And they're all like, whoa. Whoa, we didn't consider that. The lesson, of course, avoid trouble. Be smart. Just be smart out there. That's all we're saying. You don't need to be a hero and be like, coronavirus. I'm going to shake hands. I'm going to touch door handles. I mean, listen, my wife reminded me. This is going to sound really bad. I haven't touched a door handle probably in 5 or 6 years. I'm using my feet to open doors. I'm using a paper towel. I don't know if other people are washing their hands. I'm just telling you guys out there, be smart.